Hey, Basement Prepper back with a video here on bartering and just some items you can barter with that a lot of people won't have but really want. I guess we'll start off with skills or books. Some people have skills. You can barter your skills and time for stuff, for food, water, whatever you need, at the time. You might not get as big as a return investment as you would maybe on alcohol. People that gotta have it will trade you, life and limb for it. Same thing with tobacco. I'm a smoker, and grid down. I don't know what I would do. I stockpile up on stuff like this because it takes forever for it to go bad. Along with these little guys too. They're the same thing. They're kind of wing you off smoking, but either way, you could trade them. They work great. But we'll start off on skills. There's only so many nurses and doctors out there. What's the odds of you running across one? But you could trade what you know for stuff. Herbs, seeing that CVS isn't going to be open anymore, this is probably going to be the second best thing you're going to be able to find. You could be like the local medicine man on the corner. You could trade a lot of shit for that. Look at the dark times. I mean, people were giving all sorts of crazy stuff to try to be cured of something. And I'm sure this stuff works. Everything comes from, nature anyways. All the big pharmaceutical stuff. I mean, some of it does. A portion of it, I should say. But, you could trade your time and what that's valuable to somebody out there. A lot of people don't know shit. How to prepare water, how to filter water. A lot of people don't know how to do that. They have no clue. They would come to you every time. They bring you a 5-gallon bucket of water and say, please make this drinkable. Okay, no problem. You could trade them a lot for that. So stuff like this, you'll get some kind of you'll get an okay return on investment. Soap. People gotta have soap, especially all the girls out there. You'll get something for it. It's a good trade, and you're gonna want to have it yourself if you don't have it in your preps. Medicine's a big one. Painkillers, ibuprofen, and anti-diarrhea. Seeing that, maybe the food you're eating and the water you're drinking is not going to be so great. So, I mean, those will be great things to trade for. It doesn't hurt to stockpile up on some extra ones. But like I said, the big return on investment, I believe, is going to be alcohol and tobacco. Shit hits the fan. People are going to need some kind of coping mechanism, to cope with it. And that's going to be it. They're going to trade you a lot for it. Nicotine patches. Nicotine gum. There's 24 pieces in here. When I was trying to quit, these things are super strong. I would only take a half of one at a time because they were so strong. But they work, and you can cut these in half and trade individual half pieces. You don't have to trade the whole one. I see people stockpiling up on pints, fifths, half gallons of liquor. It's like, what are you gonna do with all that? I mean, if I'm trading a fifth, I better be getting 50 pounds of rice or something in return, something huge, if I'm gonna come off a fifth for you. That's why I think it's way better to carry these little single shooters. They don't take up no room in your bag. You're not carrying your whole stash with you. I think they just work way better. And then if you did get robbed, you're only going to lose a little bit. You're not going to lose all of it, or a fifth. I mean, if you do give somebody a fifth, they're probably going to drink it that night and maybe get some crazy ideas about coming to see you later on that night when you're sleeping. So I think it's best to trade in small quantities with stuff like this. And you kind of got them hooked. You're like a drug dealer. They're going to come back the next day and trade you whatever they found that night before, you know? So I think it'll work great. As far as bullets, ammunition, I don't know about that. I mean, there are some people I would trade with, but I would have to really know them. And I think I might want a cut of whatever they get, too. You know, I'm not going to just trade you my bullets. I'm going to want, you know, whatever you got plus whatever you caught, too, with it. Peroxide, that's going to be a big thing. You know, I store quite a bit of it. I think it's best to get the smaller bottles of that as well. You don't want to trade somebody that big bottle for something. You know, get the smaller, I don't know, what are they, like 5-ounce ones or 10-ounce ones you could find at Walmart. Always have the smaller ones, because you can always double up and double up to get to something bigger that you want. But it's best to start off with the smaller ones. And seeds are another good thing to trade with. You know, you could trade them for something, and then also take a pinch of their crops too. You know, hey, if this works out, I want, you know, 5% or 10% of it as well. Because if you give them the seeds, they're going to have them after that when the stuff starts growing, so they won't need you anymore. At least get the biggest, you know, ring them for as much as you can. Think of yourself as a pawn shop. You know, buy super low, sell super high. You know, when people are in need, they will trade you. You know, you go to the pawn shop, you sell them something for $5, they're going to sell it back for $20. You know, 10% below, you know, full retail price. But like I said, just a short video on some stuff that you could barter with. You know, don't forget about bleach. Bleach is cheap. Like I said, people will be coming to you trying to figure out how to purify water. You know, there's a simple way of doing it right there. Take it down into your basement, purify it for them, hand it back to them, and get whatever you get from them. And the books, it's always good to have knowledge. One suggestion, if grid does go down and you're good at your house with all your preps, go to your local library and clean it out. Take all the books, as many as you can. That's just my little pile. You know, I buy them when I can, but you know, don't forget about that idea to go to your library and, you know, get what you can, because knowledge is power, and you'll be able to trade it. You know, you're worth something to someone, that's for sure. I think I covered everything in this. Yeah, just don't forget, buy small quantities though. Don't buy fifths, pints, or half gallons. Get the single shooters. Double shooters are alright as well, but you know, you could always trade one of them, and if the guy wants more, you give him the other one. Don't give him don't give him a half gallon or a pint, because that's all you got for what he's got. You know, trust me, if they really want it, they'll come off of it. If they really want what you want, chances are they will. Think of yourself like the only pawn shop in town. Anyways, Basement Prepper out.